Uncle Steve here. Welcome to Red Flag Life. Yes, the space where people that supposedly have a red flag can get some of their content. A lot of content on the YouTubersphere and the blogosphere, is all about avoiding those red flags, but a lot of us end up in the red flag zone. Many of us, I'm one, notch up many red flags. We got good intentions. Come on, we got good intentions. Red flag people that have notched up a red flag, or a few, they know what they're getting themselves into, and sometimes those risks end up red flag, jail time, single parents, the good looking and crazy scale thing, and mooching off the government, failed entrepreneurs, drug users, low IQ, I don't know, all those supposed red flags. We still need to function. People with a red flag, or a few, have a right to function in this red flag avoiding world. So, you clicked on it today. Here's Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, he, a very smart man and this and that. Yeah, he's very smart. Very clever, accomplished, a very complex mind, and he's contributed a massive amount of constructive relationship material for the populace to know about, to absorb, to subscribe by, to live by, to take pointers on. And overall, what I'm going to discuss regarding Jordan Peterson is that there's many more positives versus some negatives that I'll pinpoint, highlight, discuss, bring up, because many people that click on my Jordan Peterson thing, ooh, wow, that's very profound. Yes. But let's have a go at him, because that's what red flaggers do. They turn positives into negatives, and narcissists. How about narcissist as a bloody red flag type thing, right? Yeah. So mental health issues. Oh, psychopathy. Ooh. Yeah, you get it. So Jordan Peterson, he 2015, maybe 2014, 2015, 2016, accelerated into the public eye of profound commentary on fighting, back then, social justice warriors, the whole gender identity, gender politics doesn't sound right, but the whole equality, how we should navigate what equality is in society. And he's made some very profound, very noteworthy, very prescient, concise, and very thought-provoking comments, which really smash the woke left narrative of equality, egalitarianism, equality of outcome, which the left and the woke and the social justice warriors focus on. And Peterson very skillfully inserted in one of his interviews with the BBC lady, I forget the name. So you're talking about equality of outcome or equality of opportunity? And she, the BBC reporter, just thought, what are you talking about? Outcome or opportunity regarding equality, right? And she was just flabbergasted. She just ignored it, which is code for, you stumped me, but let's just move on because I have to be a leftist on the with the BBC shtick. Right, so that was some of the profound things that Jordan Peterson is known for. He's approachable. He'll accept any challenge that comes his way. There's many video out there about responding to transgender and the whole LGBTQ plus type discussions, narratives, challenges out there. C17, that C17 bill in Canada, preferred pronouns and all that sort of thing. He really smashed that. So, okay, they're the positives. 6 minutes in, now some of the negatives, right? I'm not sure if at least half still won't know that Jordan Peterson went through a health crisis. He was addicted to benzos, and he was nearly close to death. So, an accomplished, one of the most profound academics of reason in political discussion, political topics, relationship topics. Jordan Peterson found himself in a spot of bother. His wife had contracted cancer and he wasn't able to sleep. He was going through stress. We get it. The doctor suggested he go on some benzos. He went on benzos, and of course, if you take benzos for more than 3 weeks, you're pretty much addicted. He got so addicted that he couldn't get off. I'm not sure if he had any grand mal seizures or anything, which, really adverse side effects of trying to get off withdrawal symptoms of benzos. And he couldn't get off it. And, he even went to Russia, and the Russians thought, well, let's get off it by force. Put you in a coma. Let's get off it. And when you put people in a coma, that's touch and go. Sustaining people with ventilator and anyway, he decided to go through that because it was hell getting off that shit. And being in Russia, I think his daughter Michaela got into the whole Russian thing and even ended up with the Russian on the side. And I'm not sure if she's back with her husband. She'd not long given birth to her first child, and what a situation, right? I don't want to go there. People do go through some misfortune, and Jordan Peterson is still a very profound human being in our current time, and even he has gone through red life moment. Red life. Did I say red life? Red flag moment, right? And see, even academic angels like Jordan Peterson has got himself into a red flag state, and he's still able to function out there. He's back. His brain is back, and I still haven't read his most accomplished work, which won't see much the light of day in popular exposure, but his book on maps of meaning, which took him a decade to formulate and write, that's probably his most comprehensive contribution to the world, which nobody really knows about. They only know about the 12 rules of life, and that's all that most people are capable of absorbing. That maps of meaning. If you could get enough time to get into that, here I am talking about it. I'm advocating for it, and I haven't even read it, but look, a mind like Jordan Peterson, to have spent 10 years on a project, that's got to be something that you need to work towards. And that's in my queue of books that I'm reading. I'm reading Leela at the moment, Robert Pirsig, which, how could you rate that as more a priority versus maps of meaning? I don't know. It's going to be easier to absorb. It's a warm-up to maps of meaning. Then I'll reread Praxeology. What's Mises's book? Human Action. I'll reread that. I tried to read it when I was, at least 15 years ago. That was, and that was difficult to read, but I'm now more able to, so I'll probably go through that again. I've got Democracy, the God That Failed. Then I'll go through what's it called, The Sovereign Individual, that 1997 book that forecasted social media and crypto, Bitcoin, right? So that's very profound work as well. So Jordan Peterson has ended up in a red flag state, and he's still able to function because of his prior sickness, prior crisis dilemma, prior crisis fame. That's better. So his daughter Michaela, she's into this whole carnivore diet because when she starts eating other food, she has all these other symptoms, and she's had these autoimmune diseases, all that sort of thing. And it's part of my shtick. Someone that's a profound thinker like Jordan Peterson, and even he is on a carnivore diet. I'm not sure right this minute, but he did go down the path of what his daughter was doing, and he says that he was going great, but then shit hit the fan. Right, so yes, family members do get sick, and yes, we do worry. We get it, we understand, even though we have a red flag or a few under our belt. So, as a bit of a side note, someone that's that clever and says carnivore only diet and all that sort of thing, he might be talented in psychology, but not in health. I don't think he's even 60 yet. He might be 60, but barely. Compare his age versus mine. Like, I'm about 10 years his junior. Let's compare notes, how I look at age 60 versus how he looks at now at age 60. And there's a big difference, isn't there? Of course, there'll be a huge difference between someone 60 and 70 and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I get it, but I know that I'll be looking better at age 60 versus how Jordan Peterson is at the moment. And even though he is so bright and has contributed a lot to the human condition. And I'm not sure how Michaela's looking at the moment. She's an attractive young lady and all that, so good. But guys, this is my own health stick of, in the show notes there'll be a health thing. That's my main stick. Even though I'm a red flag, that's my main stick, and I'm probably focusing on this part incongruently in the discussion today, but I just wanted to bring it up. Like, even the smartest people in the room die young, and Jordan Peterson might be a wow factor academically, but if you're not walking the talk even in your health, then you're not much of a polymath in life. There's many examples of people that have been fantastic in a particular field. The whole, we've compartmentalized society into these slots, and we might be brilliant in one area, but we don't understand the next. And if you don't have a great understanding of other fields of knowledge, you might even suffer in your compartmentalized little poo patch that you're working on. If you're working on spike proteins this, and bloody this dentistry thing that, and veterinary science that, and a great recipe for the evening meal, whatever, then you don't understand the health of that, or the politics of this and that sort of thing. Well, that particular thing might suffer too. And with Jordan Peterson, even though he's contributed an immense amount of understanding to the human condition, his health, he still doesn't understand health. So I'm not sure how. I've shoehorned that in somewhere because of my main shtick. I think of myself grandiosely, perhaps, for many people. Oh, you Dunning-Kruger effect, you. Yeah, I get it, but I consider myself, not just consider myself, but I advocate that we should be the best polymath we can. Polymath meaning that having an understanding in different fields of understanding, knowledge, and expertise, and drive to understand things. Probably the least amount that I understand, which is very related to our interest level, is theology, religion, spirituality type things. That probably comes with age, and also I've gone from blue pill to red pill to black pill, and maybe then I'll go to white pill, going back to God, going back to spirituality, or whatever your gravitation in that sort of thinking, in that sort of space, in that sort of interest level. So there you go. Jordan Peterson, he's had issues. Okay, he may be brilliant. Even he has brought up a red flag, almost killing himself going on benzos. He knew the risks. Come on, he knew the risks of going on benzos to address his sleeplessness and deteriorating health and all that sort of thing. Maybe I should do I've got my whole concierge health advisor thing, right? And maybe I should do a celebrity health thing on Jordan Peterson. Get him to gain my services, and he'll just hit his health out of the park like I am. So anyway, even though Jordan Peterson, the moral of the story, even the brilliant may be brilliant, but even they can notch up a red flag or two, and your family becomes a red flag. And even though you've written some of the most profound content in human history, like Karl Marx, the Communist Manifesto guy, he apparently impregnated his housekeeper, communist, the first communist, had a housekeeper. Hey, how about that for a contradiction? And then, for another contradiction, she gave birth and he chucked her on the street. Or even before giving birth, I don't quite know. And how about that? So even the brilliant minds out there can suffer red flags. I heard the great French philosopher Foucault was a pedophile. And how about that for a red flag? Major bloody red flag for that. And the list can go on and on. But you get the picture. We should become our own polymaths, is the moral of the story, that even the brilliant can be red flag. But if you got that red flag, let's be a polymath and manage that red flag as best we can. There you go. I've notched into 20 minutes. For many red flaggers, too long. Well, bad luck. And Jordan Peterson, with me saying I don't give a shit. I'm apparently, according to Carl Jung and the Big Five personality types, I'm a disagreeable type. I rate low on agreeableness. How about that? Conscientiousness, I reckon I rate high. I want to contribute something to people that have a red flag. Anyway, bye-bye for now until the next time.